All right, Shalom. All right, once again, all right, giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Quadash. All right, and all right, just like right now, as far as the theme of the lesson earlier. All right, it just has to do with as far as man's goings, being of the Lord and all that. All right, but I just wanted to follow up, all right, because just at the plantation, I was just like driving around and shit like that. All right, and I was listening to the radio, and they were just just some commentary, some like banter, some commentary, about current events and things like that. The main hot topic is Donald Trump drawing withdrawing from that like nuclear that deal with Iran. And they were talking about this one guy, like he was making some valid points for or someone on the outside, someone in the world and shit. All right, but he was saying that you know the United States, they're on somewhat good terms with North Korea. It seemed as if Kim Jong Un was being cooperative, or and things like that. All right, but as far as them in Iran, like there's this guy on the radio, he was saying that if he was you know Kim Jong Un, or North Korea or whatever, he wouldn't have any trust. He wouldn't have any trust for or like Donald Trump, or the United States, or just for just like backing out of agreements. All right, because that's one of the things that the so-called white man is known for, backing out of treaties, or agreements and things like that. His word is not bond. Like, his word is just idle. All right, so let's start out with this. All right, Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. All right, so this is so-called white man, is the enemy. Not like he's our main enemy. All right, but all of his so-called allies, all the other heathen, or that he has to deal with and interact with, or they're not in a position, Esau's not someone that can be trusted amongst him, or because remember, these Edomites are the only heathen nation that's not going to get or any forgiveness, or in the beginning of in the kingdom, we're gonna whoop all these nations asses and things like that. But the thing is, this is one of the main reasons why or Esau's going to be completely obliterated. All right, because like these other heathens, they have somewhat that only comes from they have if you want to call it a portion, they have somewhat of from the time of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, they have somewhat of a portion of some kind of if you want to call it like righteousness or whatever, or at least it seems as if in the kingdom, the heavenly Father, just like in the time of Solomon, or all these other heathen nations, seeking, they're going to be seeking, in the we're going to be like they're going to be under subjection, in the kingdom, but at the same time, or they're going to be seeking our wisdom and knowledge and guidance. All right, but Esau, or he's he's too much, he's too much of the heavenly Father, didn't create him to be, or cooperative. All right, but I just like to get back on topic. All right, because one of the other main things that he said, this guy on the radio, like he said that basically he was saying hopefully, the Heavenly Father is gonna, prevent, all these things from happening. All right, but the thing is, that's not the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. According to prophecy, there's, like I was saying before, or if you just like catch, the lesson, earlier. All right, but I was saying before, or the kingdom, is this omelet, the type of omelet, like the salt's melted perfect, or it's got, and the cheese is melted perfect and all that. But the thing is, or that omelet, is going to be in the future. All right, but before that, or there's this basket of eggs, that needs to be cracked. All right, it needs to be stirred up. All right, it needs to sizzle on a cast iron, on that cast iron, pan, or however you do it. Or there's those types of things. World War III. The chip, those types of things. The average Joe. These Edomites in the world. They reckon a lot of them. Recognize that as the New World Order. All right, but they want it to be prevented. But the thing with us, we recognize it. Or let's get Romans. All right, Romans, all right, 13 and 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. All right, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. All right, and then that last part, or as a people, as the hopeful elect, we got to get our shit together. Or so we're up there, or instead of down here, or when this heavy shit goes down. Meaning the missiles, during like World War III. But as far as everybody else, like or there's a lot of people out there, or there's no hope for them. Whether they be 2/3 heathen, all right, Esau, the third part of man and shit, or all of them, they're gonna get caught up, or in all the things that we're waiting for, because we recognize those things as prophecy. All right, but let's see, here we go. All right, back in Ecclesiasticus, all right, 39, all right, and 16. All the works of the Lord are exceeding good, and whatsoever he commandeth shall be accomplished in due season. All right, so whether it's good or bad, in the flesh, as far as the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, it's all good. Just like MC Hammer, hey, it's all good. All right, that's that's why for those of you that like to scoff, all right, and say you look at these, look at these like evil GMS members, laughing whenever tragedy strikes, or because we recognize all these things that happen, it's the will of the Heavenly Father, or that could be that one thing, or that could be that one or those like I always say, the angels with the 7 vials holding the 7 plagues, those are like or snipers, they got that, they got that piece in the ear, and they're holding their post, or and waiting until that go signal. Or we're waiting for that go signal too. All right, so but basically all the works, or of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai are beautiful. Let's see what else. All right, so verse 17. And none may say, what is this? Wherefore is that? For at time convenient they shall all be sought out. At his commandment the waters stood as an heap, and at the words of his mouth the receptacles of waters. At his commandment is done whatsoever pleaseth him, and none can hinder, or when he will save. All right. All right. So basically, it's been a while since I, touched up on this, on this section of, Ecclesiasticus, but I'm seeing a lot of beautiful meat. There's also a lot of beautiful, meat in the beginning of this chapter. All right. But, the thing is, whatever, the Heavenly Father, plans to do, or, we, as men of the Lord, or, I'm just going to say, people that strive to be, men of the Lord. All right, because we're only going to find out, who the men of the Lord are, as far as who gets delivered and who doesn't. All right, but we are, those of us in the right mind, we're waiting for, the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to be, fulfilled. All right, so we can, be in that kingdom. All right, so we can, that's going to be the, end of our, slavery, the end of our captivity. All right. Okay, so whatever. All right, Saki, bear with me one moment. Just get a quick one. Just a quick basic one. All right, Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right, so or even these with these like Edomites and it's kind of like an opposite type of it's like a spiritual or like a spiritual tug of war as far as the momentum there or as far as every close call as far as prophecy or as far as things heating up or things like extreme weather disasters and things like that. We always recognize that that could be this could be it. All right, all right, but and then on the flip side, these Edomites are like, whew, that was a close call. It could have been worse. Or when things heat up and then shit just goes back to normal. Or that's that's when they're at ease. But then we recognize it as part of our patience and long suffering. But it's still kind of a bummer when. Or because our main objective is just trying to get the fuck up out of here. All right. All right. So what's a good let's get up in this second Esdras. All right. All right, second Ezra 16 and 3. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? All right. So,